Hey guys, here's a short little video on how to get started on your basket. The things you will need are some yarn, and the best length to do is your wingspan, so from fingertip to fingertip. That way you can make sure it always stays held tight. You'll need a yarn needle. You can use a metal or a plastic needle. If you want to take it home with you, then you'll need to take a plastic needle. The metal needles don't leave the classroom. You'll need this white core, it's called. It looks kind of like rope, but it's really made out of paper. And a piece of masking tape you can put at the end of the core. This is for you to write your name on. So to start it, you take a piece of yarn and you lay it on the end like it's shooting off the end like this. And that should be about a thumb length long. So it's on the edge like that. Then you hold it down with one hand and start to wrap the yarn around it like this, starting at the end and going towards the rest of it. So wrap that up so it's about a thumb length covered, and it's going over the piece I was holding down there so it won't come unraveled. After you get that wrapped up, you're gonna fold that in half. It overlaps just a little bit. And you take this string and wrap it really tightly around both of them to hold them together like this, as tight as you can wrap it. Keep wrapping it till it goes past a little bit, and it's gonna look like that. Okay? Then you can go ahead and put your needle on the end of it. Tie your needle on. Just one little knot is fine, just so it stays on there. Then you're ready to start weaving. So this white piece is going to end up connected to the piece below it. The whole time, that's what you're doing. Just making sure you keep connecting it to the piece below it. There are a couple ways to think of it, so I'm going to explain it a couple different ways. A few tips first. One tip is to make sure to keep this extra piece out of your way so it doesn't get stuck and woven in somewhere you don't want it. So you could put it over your shoulder, you could tuck it under your arm, but get this extra piece kind of out of your way. So I'm going to hold that out of the way, and this piece is going to go down like that. It's a lot easier if you don't hold on to the needle most of the time. Just drop it. It'll stay tied on. So if you hold it with the white piece coming towards you, you're gonna pick up your needle, poke it through this hole, pull it really tight. Then the yarn needs to cross, so it's got an X there. It'll wrap around, so if I look at it from this way, it's wrapping around right next to the piece before it, like that. Okay, I'll put it back that way. Then it crosses back over. Then you do the whole thing again. Poke. Make sure you pull it tight. Cross. Wrap it around. Then it crosses back over. So you can think step by step. Poke. Pull it tight. Cross. Wrap, cross, pick up your needle, poke, cross, wrap, cross. Or another way to think about it is like you're making a ribbon shape, like the breast cancer ribbon. So that ribbon shape is right here. Here's half of the ribbon, the top of the ribbon, and then the other part of the ribbon. So see, there's like a tiny blue ribbon that goes around it. Then poke. So you would, if you're thinking of it that way, if these are sliding apart, push them together. So you'd make a ribbon shape. There's half the ribbon, the top of the ribbon, the other half. Make a ribbon shape, poke it. It's the same thing as step by step, just some people like to think of it that way. So you'd go ribbon, there's half, the top of the ribbon, the other half of the ribbon, poke. Or some people see a little tiny number 8, so they like to think of it as making an 8. The middle of the 8, the top of the 8. Oop, the needle fell off. That's okay, because that goes with the next part I was going to show you. The middle of the 8, and then you'd have to poke it through to get the bottom. When your yarn gets really short, all you need to do is take your needle off, which conveniently it fell off for me, and just tie a new piece on right there. Put your needle at the end of it. You're going to keep poking it through this middle hole right here until you reach a point right here. I'll draw a line on it right there for you. But when it hits this crease where you very first started, you need to start poking it through right there instead of in the hole. So again, keep weaving it, add more yarn if you need it, keep weaving it and connecting it all along here. When you hit where you just started it right there, you're going to poke through there instead of the hole. So poke it through the hole till you get all the way around to where you started. Then you poke it through right here. If you're not seeing a little crease right here, then you're forgetting the cross part. Make sure to keep this tail out of the way. Pick up your yarn to put it where you want it. Instead of trying to hold it at the needle, which ends up being really far away, grab your yarn close like this and lay it right where you want it to cross it. Wrap it around, cross it, poke it through. Cross it, wrap it around, cross it, poke it through. And keep going. Good luck.